Hi guys, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting live. Today is Sunday the 17th. I am just here live, no sewing, have nothing to sew. Is that weird for me to not have anything to sew or quilt? So I'm just here so we can chat. My internet service being out and about sucks. Just absolutely 100% sucks. I have horrible internet service. So if it spins, you're going to have to bear with me. And I can only read comments. Oh, hey, get the tablet in the bag. I forgot I brought my tablet. Duh. So I'll just let people join, say hi. Hi, Linda. I'm not in my normal area, my normal background. Hi, Kim. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Joe. But I figured I cannot skip my Sew Sunday, so yeah. I got to come on. Hi, June. Hi, Linda. Hi, Seneda. I figured I'd come on at least so we can all chat and say hi. Hi, Nita. Hi, Suzanne. And I could hear what you guys are working on, and maybe if I can get a good enough internet signal, I can maybe go look on the group. You guys can post in the group or something. Normally I don't do that, like chat and talk and show pictures and see what everyone's working on. Hi, Diane. So here we go. Aha, look at that. So I have a tablet now so that I can read comments and stuff. So as you can tell, I am not in my quilting space. I am not anywhere near any fabric, needles, thread, any of it. Oh my. For the past couple days, it's been really hard not to have anything to sew. I go stir crazy. So I find other things to do. I'm hanging out with Cyrus. We're just being mom and son, hanging out, doing things. So, and I could tell you guys about today. Hi, Teresa. Working on temari balls. What's a temari ball? I probably don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. Anyway, today is usually my normal busy day where there's so many people here to say hi. So that's why I figured I cannot skip out. You guys see me every Sunday, rain or shine. So it's rain or shine or sew or no sew because I have nothing to sew. Oh, it's weird. I'm so used to it. I'm so used to having something to do sewing wise, even if it's while I'm sick. I was hand sewing, but I don't have any hand sewing stuff here where I am in the middle of my wonderful mini vacation. I've been gone since Friday on vacation, just a random spur of the moment type thing. Hi, Charla. Suzanne's working on number 7. More rows than ready for borders. You're probably working on things for so Becca's blocks maybe, or number 7. I don't know what that is. 2 more blocks than ready for borders. Okay. Temari balls are embroidered Japanese hand balls, a traditional gift made from scrap fabrics and thread. Joe is knitting socks. I'm making sure that my signal is still good, guys. I have to look up and then look down. Knitting socks, no signal, or no sewing for a bit. I don't even have knitting. I don't have anything. I don't have anything to do. Where am I? So, Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon's closed, though. So, I'm really close to it. Me and CJ went to it today, but they're closed. We thought this would be fun to go to the Grand Canyon. But maybe we should have thought about it at first, go on Google and see if they're open. But the actual Grand Canyon website doesn't say that they're closed or when they're opening. So when we got there, they don't open until tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Like, seriously? Drove all the way to the Grand Canyon. But I took tons of pictures. There's tons and tons and tons and tons of photos of where we could go at the Grand Canyon, you know, and yeah, I've been to the Grand Canyon before, you know, and did mini tour of it, and I really wanted to explore more. And even though I'm sick, you know, I felt like I've been feeling so cooped up because I'm so sick and I'm so afraid to be outside and so afraid to do things that I'm like, I need to get out. And even if I'm not walking and we're just like sitting somewhere and taking pictures and enjoying the beauty of the mountains, that's fine. So today, all we did was enjoy the beauty of the mountains and the back roads and the highways and everything out that way at the Grand Canyon. We were just enjoying being out there, and we took lots of photos, lots of stopping. The speed limit was only 25 miles an hour in most of the area, so we literally could hold the phone out. It's windy outside though, but we were able to just hold our phones out the window, like, and just take pictures while driving. It's pretty cool. So that is where we are, is by the Grand Canyon, so we can just go back tomorrow. Hopefully nobody else is buffering. I just got something said buffering. Let's see. Hi Scarlett, welcome. Have you tried Sisters Grid? I don't know what that is. Never heard of it. Saneda loves the Grand Canyon and she's not working on anything. Hi Terry. Someone else just getting buffer. It has to be cooler in northern Arizona. Yeah, it's cooler where we are. A lot cooler. Like in Havasu, it was, I don't even remember. It was like probably 98 when we left. And then when we got where we were going, I was watching the temperature in my car go down and down. And because I have one of those things in my car that read the temperature, and it's just going down and down and down. And then today, it's like, I don't know, it's like 84 where we are. And by the time we got next to the Grand Canyon, it dropped down into the 70s. And I was like, it's a good thing I wore yoga pants because I could stay warm, and I brought my sweater just in case, because anything under 70 I don't like it, but it was above 70, so I was okay. Let's see. Terry's not clear in Oregon. Never been to the Grand Canyon, Diane? Well, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I made, with what I could picture-wise, I took a ton of pictures, and then I made like a small little video in one of our little stops, because you guys know I'm a smoker. So I stopped and got out of the car like on this little scenic view thing and had a cigarette and took a bunch of pictures. And then I said, well, you know what? I'm just going to turn this into a video. So I took a small little video, and then I'll put all of the pictures in the video. And as soon as I'm capable of doing so, then I can upload. I'm surprised this is running live where I am. As soon as I am capable, like when I get back to Havasu, then I'll be able to do the uploading process. But I can make the video because it's all on my phone. And then CJ has a ton of pictures on his phone, so he has the Bluetooth into my phone. And yeah. Let's see. Hi, June. Suzanne remembers when we went to Phoenix, it would hit 100 in May. Yeah, it does. I have friends in Phoenix. It's like when I'm in Havasu. Havasu is northwestern Arizona. It's like the top north next to Nevada. And Nevada is above us. So, and then California to the side of us. We are literally right there on that border. So we're in northern Arizona as well, but we're in the hot part of northern Arizona. But if you head southeast, sort of, it takes you to the Grand Canyon. And from my house, it's 230 or 240 miles from where I live. Well, at least once I get off the actual exit highway from Havasu. So it's just one of those spontaneous things that me and CJ are doing, because he's the only kid left in the house, and Scott didn't come, so that's on him. Hi, Vivian. Yes, I am Saneda. So, yeah, I just figured I'd come on for Sew Sunday and talk about sewing and maybe plans for sewing or see what you guys are doing for sewing, I can close out this screen. And if you guys want to go post in the Facebook group on what you're working on, I can see and drool. Be like, oh, I want to set up a sewing machine. It's like, because I could take the brother anywhere I go, but we just left it spur of the moment kind of thing. So I didn't even take the sewing machine. Like I said, I didn't even take hand sewing stuff. So, yeah. So there's not much for us to do besides sit, watch TV. Oh yeah, and sit and watch TV and movies. And then I have to agree on the movies he likes, and he has to agree on the movies I like. It's kind of hard because he likes certain things. So we've been watching things like Back to the Future. We watched all Back to the Futures last night. There's nothing else better to do besides watch all the Back to the Futures. So gave us something to do as mother and son. We don't have no cards to play either. Unfortunately, we don't have nothing. Absolutely nothing. We have nothing. So besides a bed, TV, internet, sort of, I don't know how well the internet service is, but it seems to be running and it seems to be clear right here. We have our phones, and I brought my tablet so I could play on it as long as there's internet service. Yeah, so we're out in the middle of nowhere to where we can go right back to the Grand Canyon again tomorrow when they open and hopefully get even better pictures. Maybe I can not make a video tonight. That way I can have even better pictures tomorrow. Yes, I did some sunbathing today, as you can tell. Oh, wait, you can't tell because, well, my back is more burnt than anything. Well, it's not burnt. It's more tanned than anything. Yes, spending time together. It's good. A great thing to do. He's 14, no school, summer starting. There's nothing else better to do, like, at all. So I needed to get out of the house. Being sick, I feel cooped up. I hate it. I hate feeling cooped up. And then right now we're cooped up, but not that kind of cooped up. Like I can get in the car and go to the closest little restaurant or something. It's little mom and pop type restaurants and gas stations where we are. So I can go do something like that. But I needed to get out. I can't sit still. I need to be someone other than being sitting in the house this weekend. So this is what we've been doing. Hanging out, watching movies, out in the middle of nowhere, waiting for the Grand Canyon to open. Hi, Linda. Here, working on swap block. Awesome. So Nate, I always enjoy spending time when I go to California. I miss him. Aw. Well, you need to go to California again. Yes, we will remember our time together hanging out. Because by, let's see, he's going to be 15. As soon as he's 15 and a half, after, like by, I guess, December of this year, he can go get his permit to start driving. And he already has his vehicle at the house, too. So, yeah, him and his dad got to work on it, but he still has his vehicle. So, look at that. He's ready to drive. He drove the other day on side streets. So, yeah, he's learning. He will be driving soon. And then I'll never see him because he's a teenager. So, give me a thumbs up. Yes. Thank you, Suzanne, for the reminder. Don't forget your thumbs up, guys. I mean, nothing really with thumbs up today, but it helps the videos, I guess. It helps people find my channel, which is a good thing. So, hi, Donna. I lived in Phoenix for 4 years. And knee. I don't know what knee. I'm in Phoenix for 4 years. I don't know. Maybe there's supposed to be more to that. So what are you guys all doing? What's everybody doing? Tell me what you're doing. I want to know what everybody is doing. As you can tell, I'm doing nothing. I took a shower, and I was like, oh, dang it. It's almost 5. I need to go online. So I went outside, had a smoke, so my hair can dry, mostly dry because it's windy out there. And I was like, oh, okay, let's do a live. So there's a little rolly round office chair that I can use. So I'm rolling around in a little office chair, and yeah, makes it easy. And then there's a stool thing holding the phone up, and I do not want to move it because it's like I didn't bring any camera holding equipment because I have like holders for my phone, you know. I didn't bring any of that. I didn't think about it when I should have, because my goal was to go to the Grand Canyon anyway. So I should have brought it because it helps steady the phone, but dummy, I was in a hurry to just take off and go do stuff and not sit in bed. Let's see. So Sinead just got off of work, trying to relax. It's definitely need to relax after work. Good thing. I'll finish. I never went to the Grand Canyon. I have you have a fear of heights, and you know that's the side of the Grand Canyon we're on, is where the Skywalk is. If you guys want to Google that, if none of you know what it is, the Grand Canyon has a place called the Skywalk, and it is a glass bridge that goes out. I don't know how far it actually extends out because I've never actually been on the Skywalk itself, but it extends out over the Grand Canyon, and you can look down and see nothing but openness, you know, and mountains and certain death, because that's all you can really see. And beauty, and beautiful, beautiful. Even where we were before they turned us around, it's absolutely 100% gorgeous. Like, you drive through Joshua Tree National Forest before getting to the Grand Canyon, the route that we took, and absolutely 100% just amazing scenery, like the rocks and mountainsides, and then in the mountainsides you can see in the cliffs and stuff. There's some hollowed out areas, like you're thinking, especially in season, you're like, I wonder if that's full of coyotes or wolves or mountain lions or bears or something, because that kind of stuff, those kind of animals can be there. So yeah, it was like that. I just wished it would have been open today, because I have an all access pass for Grand Canyon. So I was like thinking, I need to use it. So yeah, that's why we went. All right, let's see. So yeah, people that are afraid of heights don't go to the Grand Canyon, especially the Skywalk. I can tell you from experience being at the Grand Canyon, though, the fear of heights is not involved when you're at the lookout areas. It's because you're on a mountain, which is already up high at most of the lookouts, to look below, and there's no way that you're going to fall over that edge. So if you have the fear, and I know this because of someone that's had the fear, it's not a thing because you're not going to fall. Like getting on a roof, like on a, say, 4-story apartment complex or something, and then looking down, there's nothing, no railing, no nothing stopping you. You see that fear of heights is stronger, but at the Grand Canyon, it's not that bad. Let's see. Vivian is making 30 masks. Linda is still making a few masks. The other Linda is asking, how many quilts did I sell? 0. I've been checking my email periodically when I can, because when we're not in the Wi-Fi service like this, with a free password with all that kind of stuff. When we're not in Wi-Fi service, we can't. We don't have good. We're in roaming, because we're out in the middle of nowhere. There's no cell phone towers. Even if you're Sprint, Verizon, whatever kind of stuff, there is hardly any service. Like, it is really hard to make a phone call. Yeah, I don't know what I've been checking when I can check. So far nothing. Nobody's messaged me. But on that subject, for those of you who are interested, I haven't posted it to YouTube. There's a reason for that, because YouTube is not a sale platform or for sale platform, and I don't want my video to get deleted or for my channel to get demonetized, or I don't want anything to mess my channel up, if that makes any sense, because I had posted a video of, hey, look what's for sale. So it's kind of like a mini quilt show video, where you can see all the quilts. I numbered them all so that I personally can get to them easier. I know what number the quilt is and the name. But I made a video, and it's on my Facebook business page, which is in the description below. You guys can go watch the video all you want, but if you are interested in a quilt, I can send further pictures. I did make sure I wrote in the description, because I know this is going to happen, and it's happened before on something I posted for sale stuff. A few people had messaged me saying, oh my God, can I see this, 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 and that? And I'm like, you seriously want me to take individual pictures of all that, and then you're going to message me, because I did it, because I didn't know any better, but now I do. All that time later, after they get the pictures and stuff, they decide they don't want any of them. Like, why did you waste my time then? So this time I made sure to write, you can look all you want, look. Only message me if you are severely, superly, 100% interested in one of the quilts that I have for sale. So in the description below, there's a link to my Facebook business page. There's one that says join the Facebook group. That's not it. It's in the Facebook business page. So it's another Facebook link that's in the description below of every single one of my videos. The first video on that page is my for sale quilt video. So if you guys want to go look that, you can. Again, I'm not sure about posting it to YouTube. If I do, I'm going to have to turn my monetization off, because they have rules about that. So I'd have to turn the monetization thingy off, which is the commercials and stuff. And then, what was I going to say? And then I have to change, I'll have to put the description, like, whatever for sale or something. I can't put for sale. I'm just going to have to say trunk show, my bed trunk show, because it's in my room on my bed. I stacked all the quilts on my bed. So yeah, no, I didn't sell anything, but the video's there for anybody that's interested and want to own a quilt made by me. They're priced. You guys know, you guys are all quilters. You know how much fabric costs. You know how much we put into them. And personally, from what I know from going on and selling on Etsy and being on other for sale platforms, I think my quilts are relatively cheap. The ones that have a lot more quilting and a lot more effort and work put into them, other than my tutorial quilts, those ones have a little bit higher price on them. But it's a pretty much all around average. Most people ask the same thing for quilts. It's between 90 and 120 for a baby quilt, and that's how my custom ones are. And then it goes from there. From a lap is 120 on up, and then twins start at 250, and then it goes up. Then full is 350, 450 for queen, and then king size always start at $650. So I mean, and that is just that number is for all quilters that sell quilts. So, and I'm really just trying to unload all of the quilts that I have from tutorials. So yeah, that's why it's there. So for anybody that's interested, you guys can go look at that. And if you see one that you like, let me know, and I'll ship it out to you. Outside of the US though, you will have to pay. I don't really want to ship outside of the US because I don't know how to get the amount that you're going to have to pay, like when it comes to shipping. So I don't, you know what I mean? You'd have to pay me extra for that. And then obviously you're going to have to pay shipping because I'll be sending invoices. I'm doing it PayPal invoice way. So if you don't even have a PayPal, I'll send you an invoice. If you don't even have a PayPal account, you can still pay the invoice without having an account, for anybody that's curious. I had to start one just to do that. So, hi, Danky, welcome. Hi, Rock, thank you. Let's see, Seneda has to work on math tomorrow. June is getting ready for bed. Got to be at 3 a.m. to babysit in the morning. Ooh, fun. Diane is watching Hubs as my asthma is acting up. Oh, I know the feeling. I have asthma, but it's not. That's not the part that's acting up. It's being out with this wind. It just doesn't stop. It's making me cough a lot more. Well, at least when I'm outside. Seneda loves Joshua Tree. In June, I have finally made 35 churn dash blocks. It's taken ages. Don't rip me like usual. It's been a slog. I'm hoping that, okay, that didn't go. This one started spinning. I thought that was going to start spinning, but it didn't. Let's see, I know what it is. The Nature Channel, History Channel made a video. Okay. I'm going to hold this up more because I feel like I'm staring down and you guys are looking at the top of my head. Lisa said her son goes to Yellowstone, Grand Canyon every year. See, I've never been to Yellowstone. That's another one I want to go to. I also want to go to New York to Niagara Falls. Let's see, he and his wife spend a week there and get the grands. Win-win. Perfect. Diane, sorry to hear. Hope you have an inhaler or breathing treatment available. Love the red. Oh, I've been to the redwoods. Actually, that's how. Okay, remember I told you guys I had Lyme disease. The redwoods is how I contracted Lyme disease from a deer tick in the redwoods. So, anybody that's ever going there, just be careful. It's usually more common in eastern states, but yeah, I had Lyme disease from that, and I have chronic Lyme permanently for the rest of my life because of it. It went to my spinal fluid, the Lyme disease that I had. So. Let's see, it wasn't helping, so you're nebulizing. Just post a picture of my 7th quilt on Facebook page. Okay, I'll go over to that. Thanks, Sarah, Diane. Sorry. Heart. Yes, I'm going to look. I love looking at others' quilts. Well, there's 40. Is it 37 or 47? There's a lot. There's over 30 quilts in the video. And there's a lot of babies and a lot of laps. There's only one king and one fully queen, and the rest sit. They're all on a queen bed, so you definitely get an idea of how big all the quilts are. Some people are like, oh, that doesn't look that big. You know, when you say lap quilts, they don't think of anything too big, but in reality, throw it on a queen size bed and you'll know it looks big. If it touches the sides of the bed, it's pretty darn big. It's like my twins. My twins are pretty big. They fit on a queen size bed nicely. Yes, hope you feel better, Diane. Let's see, Suzanne, I'm going to look. Okay, I saw that. Where do I see the video? YouTube, on my Facebook business page. It's in the description below. Hi, Becca. Sorry I missed Friday, but I was driving. Or else I would have saw all of you guys, well, typed to all of you guys on Friday, but I was driving and can't watch YouTube videos while driving. Let's see, yes. Do a chunk show and then send people to Facebook for more information. Cleaning and listening. Hi, Aunt B. Hi, everyone. Diane. It will get better soon. Just have to unclog your lungs. That's how I feel. Same thing, Diane. Trust me. Same boat, except for the asthma. I'm not having asthma. It's the valley fever problem. Her prices are very reasonable. Yes, I try to keep them. It's the custom ones. When someone comes to me and wants, this is so Sunday, I guess I could talk about this. When someone comes to me and wants a specific custom quilt, and I have to order a specialty fabric, because everybody knows specialty fabrics cost more, like getting panels of special things, or making a block that has a bunch of different colors, or something that's specific with a specific kind of print in it. Those are the things that I go to quilt shops for. Now, I do get customers sometimes when I do custom quilts. I do get people that come to me and they don't mind if I shop at Walmart, Joann's, Hobby Lobby. They don't mind that. They don't care if I get it at the quilt store either. They don't mind that at all. Because I tell them all from personal experience. I've used all those kinds of fabrics. None of it. There's no difference in the washing, no difference in how it comes out. To me, they all come out the same as a quilt. It can outlast any comforter. You know how comforters get all bunchy and nasty and funky? All my quilts will outlast all these people's comforters. So when they come to me for something custom, they get custom and they pay for the custom. So where the custom prices come in and it gets higher. But anything that I've made in my tutorials that you guys seen, or even when I kind of didn't do it in a tutorial and I was just sewing random stuff together, and you guys caught like the last end and saw the quilt top part, or just me quilting it, those kind of quilts, I press differently. They just kind of go on a basic, what I have into it, you know, if I spent that much time more on it than another one, you know what I mean? So if one baby quilt costs $50 and the other one is $90, it's because I put a different kind of fabric in the 90 one, and I need to get my money's back, you know. Well, I'm not even getting my money's back because I'm not making much on these quilts. I need to get them gone so I can replenish my stash, really, and keep making you guys videos, because I think I told you guys I cashed out my YouTube payment, and after 3 months I only made $100. So I mean, it took 3 months for it to get to $100. This is definitely not a business. I'm only doing this for fun, but I do have to have, you know, fabric. And if Scott keeps buying me by the bolt, blacks and whites, so that I can at least keep making videos, it does get costly because we buy by the bolt, and I make quilts so fast that I got to get rid of them because they're stacked in the corner of my bedroom, and most of them are in a cupboard, but it's exceeded the outside of the cupboard. And then there's a bunch of them that I made that I'm going to be, I'm not going to do now, but I'm going to be doing some giveaways soon. I chose a couple out of the stack of the things that I made, just the little things for giveaways. So in the future, that'll be happening, just so you know. But yeah, I try to keep my prices for pre-made stuff because, you know, they didn't ask for that color. It might not match anything in their house, or blah, 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 blah. They didn't get to choose it. That's why those prices are those prices, because I put it together and it's just random. The ones where people get to choose, those are the ones that start costing more because I have to find something specific. And it's very hard to find something specific because you go to the actual, you know, local quilt store and you're like, you know, what do I choose? What are they? Okay. And then you know, I take all that extra time to say, you know, I take a picture of this fabric. So do you think this one is what you're looking for? And I'll take a picture of this one. Okay, this is the one I'm going to match with it. And I put a little bit more effort into those than I do my pre-made ones. So that's why they cost more. So yeah. And then the ones with more quilting, I charge a little bit more because I spent a lot of time on the quilting, you know. And it's not that it costs a lot of money to run the machine. It's that the machine costs a lot of money to have a long arm. So, hi Sue. Let's see. Boy, did I mess up. I sold 100 by 100 EPP quilt for $250 the other day. What? My that's an English paper piecing quilt too. That's very cheap. That's very, very cheap. My king size quilts always, no matter what, start at $650. I won't even bother if they don't have the $650 and enough to give me half down to start purchasing fabric. I don't even make quilts for the people to ask. And king size quilts, you guys have seen in the past, those are much more wanted because it seems like I thought people had queen size. That's why my tutorials I make queen quilts a lot, but I guess more people have king size beds. So that's why I make big quilts, but I do make lap ones too because I know a lot of people just like to sit around on their couch and take the quilt off the back of the couch, put it on their legs, especially in the wintertime when it gets cold and you're watching a movie and you're comfortable. So let's see. Yeah, I said hi to Sue. Way cheap. Yes, way cheap, Sue. That's nothing. Okay, no worries. Excited to own a Tiff creation. All right, Sue. I know now. I really feel terrible. Oh, Sue, now you know. There's like a basic quilt guide. Google it. There's a little thing, the time and effort. You know, I've showed it to a couple customers too, and they're like, "Oh my God, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So they end up choosing a smaller size. I'll just have a quilt made for the guest bedroom or something. You know, I've had that, and yeah, I've learned my lesson. In 4 years, the first 6 months I didn't do anything, but after that first 6 months, my first person came to me. The first person. So I made my first custom quilt. I made a Star Wars quilt. And from then on, when I realized I didn't make no money on it at all, I was like, wait a second, I just put like hours upon hours, and I was still a beginner, so it took even a lot longer. I had like 60 hours into that thing, and I was like, that's it? This is all I'm making? Holy moly. So that's when I went online and I started going to, you know, like Pinterest pages and stuff and Etsy pages and so on and so forth, and finding out how much other people are selling their quilts for. And when I realized, you know, also then I had realized YouTube was available and stuff, and I started seeing other quilters, you know, and so I'd go to their websites, like the big places, and just one of their pre-made quilts is like for lap sizes is over $200. And I'm like, okay, so I started getting arranged by all these other people, and I keep mine a lot lower because I use cheaper fabrics. I use Walmart, Hobby Lobby, and so on and so forth, and then stuff that's donated to me as well. And I also take the donated fabric to me in consideration. I still charge for it, but I take that into consideration if I have to use some of the fabrics that people have donated to me in the past. I also take into the consideration if I put a sheet on the back, and or if I used actual yardage. I also take in consideration if I put flannel on the back, because flannel is a little bit more expensive, and or if I put a flannel sheet, because flannel sheets are actually more expensive, and 100% high quality cotton sheets are more expensive. But most of the time I get my sheets at the thrift store, which I told you guys. So yeah. I take a lot of things into consideration, and then the fact that my long arm work, because I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm not the best. There's lots and lots of amazing quilters out there, but I think I do a pretty darn good job after only long arming now for full on a little bit over 2 years, but full on 2 years, and the big machine now for over a year, because you guys have watched it. I've 100% highly advanced for free motion quilting on a long arm, and I know lots and lots of, like, my brain sees it and it just comes to me that edge to edge. So even though a lot of people take their quilts to a long arm quilter, and they do a special computer thing, I can mimic that whole entire computer thing exactly. And like whoever buys my quilts is going to see that, they're going to think it's a computer, but I made sure to type. And my quilts are made 100% by me, from choosing it to quilting it. So you guys know because you watch me do it. But not everybody that follows my Facebook business page know that I actually don't use a computer. And I think I've become rather good at edge-to-edge long arm quilting without the computer, and it looks computerized because it's so precise. It looks like I followed a panto or something like that. I think I've done pretty darn good. So I give myself credit for that. And that also shows in my prices, I guess, if that makes any sense. Let's see. Okay, no worries. Okay, people don't realize how much work goes into it. Yeah, exactly. That I get that all the time. People don't realize how much fabric costs. I don't think anybody that has ever asked me now to make a quilt has even took steps into the actual, even the sewing department at Walmart. I don't think they've even looked for fabric at the sewing to see even one little fat quarter is 97 cents. And then they have the $1.47 ones as well. But there's two different brands. They have the Waverly brand, and then hold on. Is it, I don't know. There's another name brand that the Walmart brands, but they don't realize just one little 18 by 22 inch piece of fabric, it's 97 cents. They don't see that, and they add up. It takes a lot of those to make a queen size quilt, and people don't understand that. So I know how all of you guys feel when making a quilt, even the ones that you're giving it to as a gift. They don't realize how much, it's not just money, time, effort, love, boo-boos, because we've all poked ourselves, we've all hurt ourselves, we've all had pins stuck in us, like when I first started using the long arm, because I'm a pinner, my belly is exactly the height, and on one of the quilts I did, I was up against the edge, and because I get tired easily, so I used my body leaning it against the bar, and I was at the end. And the pin was sticking out, and I moved my body over to adjust, and the pin went into my belly. It went into my belly. It pierced me, and I backed out of it, and I was like, and I just started bleeding. They don't realize there's things that happen. We cut off fingertips even. I mean, they don't realize the effort that goes to it. So those are I don't want to go on to a tyrant of it, but seriously, people don't realize it. They don't know. So that's why the price we charge should be worth our time. So if you're trying to sell your quilts, up that price, people. I mean, it doesn't need to be outrageous, like I don't know, I don't even know. I don't have a reference, but it doesn't need to be out there. You know what I mean? If it's just a basic quilt made from a pattern, and long arm quilted, make sure you're also charging, if you had it go to the long arm quilting service. Never undercharge for that. I also have met another person that, you know, that goes to the Quilt Guild that actually does quilt tops for people and then also sends it out to a long armor, because they just make the tops and the back when they do custom quilts, and then they send it to a long armor. She pays another $175 or more to have the long armor do it, and then she's only charging $200 for the quilt. So you only made $25 on the quilt. And I'm like, you need to up your prices. People will pay for it if they really, really, really want a custom quilt. Up your prices. Anyways, I'm gonna get off that tyrant rod. Just keep going. Let's see. No, they don't. Do I pre-wash the fabric before quilt? No, I do not. There's been a few occasions that I pre-wash. I do pre-wash sheets when I use sheets as my backing. I always do, because it comes from a thrift store or wherever, unless I buy a brand new sheet. I have bought brand new sheet before because it had a special kid print on it. It was for a kid twin size bed. And I did buy a special sheet before that had a kid print on it that you can't find in actual fabric, you know. So I bought a cotton kid sheet, and yeah, I had to pre-wash that too, because the colors were going to bleed on the front, and I didn't want that. So I'm learning my lesson, though. Even though color catchers are amazing, I am learning my lesson on reds, and mainly reds. Red is the color that does it the most. Some of my red fabrics I should have pre-washed before putting into the quilt, because they have bled. So I always give instructions when I sell a quilt on how to take care of it and wash it, so on and so forth. Some of them are pre-washed too. Some of my quilts that are for sale, I threw them through the wash to make sure that they weren't going to bleed, because they're whites mixed with dark colors. Others haven't been washed yet, because my washing machine actually does not fit very big with pre-wash. Okay, I saw that. To hope a quilter that understands bought it. Yeah, exactly. See, that's a lot of work. English paper piecing, a big, huge quilt, the king, for that much. That's a lot of work. A lot of work. And I've never English paper piece. I know how to hand piece now, though. So someday I'll get to that English paper piecing thing and figure that out. No, friend type deal for a wedding present. Aw. Well, at least it's going to someone as a gift for something special. Hi, Jody. Look like you're feeling better. Yeah, I look like I'm feeling better, probably because I've been out in the sunshine a lot. And when I'm out in the sun, I wear tank tops, as you can tell. I don't have my quilt shirts with me, or else I would have thrown a quilt shirt on. But I didn't have time to pack any of that kind of stuff, because, like I said, I spur of the moment left. So I didn't have time. But hey, I'm a medicine. That's all that keeping me going good. But I'm feeling okay. I got out of breath like 4 or 5 different times today, but that's only because I was out walking in the wind, and it's just whatever. But well, as long as I'm sitting and relaxing, I'm good. Not doing anything, I'm good. Fabulous wedding gift. Thank you. I will concentrate on that. Yes, concentrate on the fact that it was a fabulous gift. Let's see. No tip. People are putting a king on the queen bed because it covers more booty when you get 2 people in it. Yeah, right? My kings, you guys will see it if you go watch that video, my for sale video. The last and final quilt is a king size quilt. And it is on my queen bed, and it touches the floor on both sides. It hangs over all the way to the floor. So, because the kings I make usually come over to the mattress and then touch a dust ruffle kind of thing. I make them big enough to where they cover a dust ruffle. That's how big I make them. I don't have a king, so it makes it hard, and they just touch the floor instead. Terry, you do a wonderful job. Your work is beautiful. Better soon to Diane. Suzanne just bought 2 spools of Orfill and 10 yards of a solid fabric color and spent 7. Okay, good. I thought my screen went out. This screen went out. I have no idea what's happening. See that? Oh, there. Actually, I turned the screen and you guys see it was pixelated. It was the weirdest thing. Let's see. Where was I? About 10 yards of a solid color fabric, $7.99 per yard, and I spent $113.30. Fabric is expensive and labor shouldn't be cheap. Exactly. And I, just like I said a few minutes ago, I tell that to people all the time, especially, and I have lots of friends and family. Those ones are the ones that think I will do it for free. I'm sorry. Unless you're paying for the fabric, yourself, go out and buy the fabric, which they'll realize the price of it when they go do that. Go choose your fabric. I've told this plenty of times to people who've asked me. Go choose your fabric, bring it to me, and I'll charge you just my time of putting it together. You know what I mean? Go choose a pattern even. I'll put it together, because I'll follow a pattern too. But yeah, I think some people just don't even realize it, and it sucks. Let's see. What should you charge for domestic motion quilting? I don't know. I would honestly say the same price as long arm quilting. If it's coming out beautiful and looks like the work of a long arm quilted quilt, and actually I would probably even charge a tiny tad bit more. I'm not saying long arming is super hard, because you guys have seen me long arm. Some long arms are different, but mine, I can move it with one finger. As long as you know the motion, it's a little different, but it's kind of the same with your hands, except your hands are doing this, except I'm one-handed, but your hands are doing this on a long arm. When you're domestic machine quilting, you're moving that quilt. There's a little bit more shove and pull in the shoulders. I mean, if you're sitting correctly, it shouldn't hurt too much, but there's a little bit more body stress, I think, in the domestic sit-down quilting as opposed to the stand-up quilting. I do know Jean True Love, she does, a YouTuber, her quilts are all domestic hand machine quilted, free motion quilted, that's the word I was looking for. She does them all by free motion. And you know what? Her prices on her quilts from her Etsy shop, I don't think she's doing Etsy no more because she realized the price as well, just like me. Her free motion quilting is amazing. She does do templates, but some people do. A lot of people do. But I think a little bit more than mine, because I think the effort that you're putting into the motion in the ocean on that whole thing, the effort, that's a lot of strain, and as opposed to long arm quilting. So yeah, I would say charge a little bit more. If honestly, personal opinion. I don't free motion quilt as much anymore. There's only a few quilts in that stack of really, like some of my older quilts that are in there, and I dated everything. I don't remember exactly when I did it, but I used the fabric marker to write on everything just in case anybody wanted a quilt and they wanted it signed by me, because I didn't add tags when I first started quilting. So I did write on a couple of them back when I think I did it, and I have YouTube videos, and I scrolled through. This was the other day when I was before I made the video, I scrolled through, and I got some of the dates, but some of them I didn't get correct. So at least they're all signed with a year on them. I don't know exactly what year they're supposed to be. Some of them say 2017, 2016. But I wasn't 100% sure if that is exactly when I did that one, but whatever. It's there. Hey, Mom. I just see you popped on. My mom's here, guys. Let's see. You guys can all say hi to my mommy. My mommy is Elizabeth. You guys have seen her. You've seen her on here. All right, let's see. Where are we? My favorite's $13 to $14. Yeah, exactly, Linda. It's expensive. Hi, Jaded. Let's see, Teresa. It really depends on your area. Teresa, quilters in my area start at 0.025 per square inch for E2E. And see, that's what I do, Teresa. My edge to edge is 0.02 cents per square inch. So that's what I charge, is 0.02. And that's not a computer. That's just me. If you want. When I do long arming for other people, I charge by 0.02 cents per square inch. And if you want something fancy or custom, I'm doing it right, because someone will say, oh, I saw this quilting on this quilt. I've never done that before, so I got to find a picture of the way it is so that I can put it into my brain and put it onto the long arm. So that one, That one's a little bit different. I still charge the same because the quilting comes out the same. I just, you know, I have to find out how it's done because there's some things that I've never done before. But I've been asked now already a few times, can you do this? And it's something that a computer does. So I have to figure out how it does it. But I can still do it. And then I charge for super custom heavy quilting. I charge a little bit more. It's anywhere from 5 cents a square inch up to 15 cents a square inch. If you want, you guys remember the Mariner Star quilt? If you want something fancy like that, you're paying 15 cents a square inch. It seems like a lot, but that's show quilting. That is the fancy as it's going to get. It's super custom. That's why I charge that. It took a lot of time. That quilt was on the frame for 16 days. That took me 16 days to quilt that. So that's a lot of time put into. If it was on a machine with buttons and computerized, it probably would have been done that day. But it was all custom quilting specifically because I wanted to enter it into the quilt show. They wanted it into the quilt show, and then when I couldn't and then could finally, and I did, and won ribbons, it went to a quilt show. So that's quilt show quilting there, guys. Oh, gotta scroll back down. All right, I said hi to Jaded. Let's see, where am I at? Almost crazy trim. Okay, spring blooming. That's what's got you. Larmer charge there, 2.12 cents. It's typical. I think that's just across the U.S. kind of thing. I have heard some people charge 1 cent a square inch for their computerized, but that was a place I called in Vegas before. But the rest of them are all 2 cents. There are a couple people that do a custom stuff out of their homes that charge about what I charge as well. It just depends on if they're doing what I do or doing their own thing. All right, let's see. Everyone's saying hi to my mama. Anyway. So yeah, hey mom, while you're here, I went to the Grand Canyon. You should probably miss the front of this video. And they're closed. They're closed. They open tomorrow. So for those that are just joining, I'm out and about because I'm not at home, as you can tell, because me and CJ went to the Grand Canyon, and they're closed. We wanted to go on the skywalk. It was just a random, spontaneous thing. Me being sick, I was getting cooped up in the house. I'm cooped up. I just needed away. I just needed to get away. So me and CJ packed a bag, got away, went to the Grand Canyon, only for them to be closed. So we're going to go again tomorrow. But we've been out since Friday, just screwing around, having fun, enjoying the scenery out, miles and miles and miles of driving around, hundreds of miles. So I could have went to my mom's, but California is where I got valley fever probably. I don't think I got it in my area, but whatever. I already told you that, Mom. Anyway, wherever I got valley fever, I don't want to aggravate it more by going anywhere into any area that's going to make it worse. So, and the thing that shows where valley fever is common, it is definitely not. It doesn't even highlight up at the Grand Canyon area. So that's where we went. There's no more comments coming in, so I'm going to close this screen out, and I'm going to go over to Facebook and see what everybody's posting. Normally I don't do that, but we're going to go. Yes, Mom, I'm glad I got out too. I needed to. Alrighty, let's scroll to the group. This is the iPad. I don't usually use the iPad for this. I think I hit this right here. Find group. Find group. No, that's my group. That's profile. Friends, menu. What? Okay, groups. There we go. iPads are different than Androids, and I usually do the group from the Android. Tiffany's Quilting Live. All right. Let's see what everybody's doing. All right. This is quilt number 7, almost ready for borders. So I'm going to show you guys, for those of you that aren't in the group, this is Sue working on her number 7. It's her 7th quilt. So that's really awesome. It's diamonds. Is that 60-degree diamond triangles? Okay. Look at that. Let me click that picture. So this is Sue's right here. Hey, Diane. See ya. Thanks Thank you for coming. Let's see. X button, back button. Let's see. Joe got a new iron. For those that are in the group, this was posted the other day. I already like this, but Joe got a new iron. I totally am jealous of that because I really need a new, I really, not just need a new iron, I want a new iron. For those of you who are not in the group and didn't get to see that my daughter did her picnic quilt, she has not finished it yet, but this is what it looks like together. It just needs to be quilted, and I'm not home for her to quilt it. Or for her to quilt it. I'm not home. Plus, there's a quilt on the long arm anyway. There's an unfinished quilt on the long arm that I can't do anything about until I'm home. But it came out pretty big. This is on the living room floor. You can tell it came out pretty darn big. It's too bad I took the pictures with the phone, or else I would have been able to show you guys some of the Grand Canyon pictures from today. The outskirts of the Grand Canyon, since we can actually go into the Grand Canyon. Sue's other quilt, for anybody that hasn't seen it on Facebook. You guys really need to join this group. And you guys also join Becca's Babes, her Facebook group as well. I mean, it's kind of the same people in a lot of the groups, but that's okay. We can post whatever we want in any of the groups. No big deal. And Sue's little tiny itty, she put a ruler on this so you guys can tell how tiny itty bitty dinky is. And then here, I'll show you guys how to get to my video real quick. Hold on. So when you go to Facebook. Actually, we're just going to click on the link from YouTube so that you guys can see how this works. All right, so go back to my YouTube. It has to reload. I'm trying to run. CJ has probably his device. He's got his phone on at the same time. Alrighty, let's go back to my video. It doesn't just go back. I have to literally click on everything. Give this a second to load, guys. Skip ad. Okay. So, we're watching my video, right? There's me. What we're going to do is, if you're in the chat, X out of the chat, okay? See how that works? See this little 3 button right there? Click on that. Then you're going to look, okay, I got to move my water out of the way, but I got to not knock anything down. There's always options down there. Please don't knock anything. See those options? Let's see if I can hold this and scroll. See those options? So see where it says follow my Facebook page? Click on that right there. And it'll take you over to Facebook. This is any device. It's going to be the same thing even if you're on a computer. For those that don't know. Oh, wow, the internet really slowed down. It's going. Okay. So then you'll find my page that looks like this. You'll see a pre-made quilt with my information for long arm quilting. This is called Quilts by Tiff because, well, they're quilts by me and I go by the name Tiff usually. And then you scroll, I'm waiting for it to load. It's loading. Oh my God, this is taking forever. So much stuff going on this internet here. If you scroll through this, you can see all sorts of quilts that I've done in the past as well. There's lots and lots of quilts on there, things that you've probably never even seen. And the first video, it should have been, come on, keep going. Services, it'll tell you my services. It tells you that if you guys are curious about knowing prices later. Come on, this is so slow. First post should be a video that looks like this. When you press play, is it that video? Yeah, it's that video. I had to make sure. And in the description tells you everything you need to know. I will email you, has my email in it, and I just haven't put it on But if you press play, I don't know if it's going to play, and it's backwards. It's probably not going to play. It'll look like that. That's the video. Those are all the quilts that are for sale. Okay? And it has all my information in the video as well. Okay? And it has me talking. And it's my bedroom. You guys have seen in my bedroom a big old spray painted thing that says marry me. That's how Scott asked me to marry him. So that's how that works. So, oop, and I just got, I'll put that, Lisa, I'll put that in there in a second, because now I clicked back to YouTube and it's taking back forever to load. And I'll add you to the group, because now I don't know what it made to, but okay, there we go. Let's go back to my comments. Live chat right there. Oh, let's see, hold on. Gotta run, gals. Tiffany, have fun on your vacation. Okay, Sue. Thanks for coming back. Teresa, thank you for adding that link to the group. Suzanne, you probably figured out that Sue and Suzanne are one and the same. I just haven't figured out how to change the chat to show Sue. Oh, I did not figure that out. Sue, I knew. Let's see. Lisa's making masks again. You guys making quilt tops are killing me. Sue had to run. Good night, Sue. Sorry, had a phone call. I'm back. It's okay, Kim. I'm going to get ready to get off of here. I've been on here an hour, and since I have nothing to sew and nothing to do, unless you guys want to ask me any quilty related questions that I can answer not being in front of anything quilty related. Hi, BJ. If you guys have any questions, you can ask them right now. But if nothing starts coming through, then I'll get off here and get back to watching a movie with Cyrus. Because, yeah, we have nothing else better to do besides watch movies. And I have nothing to sew, so I need to keep my brain busy. And I'm not going to stay on here forever, so I don't see no questions coming through, and this video is definitely behind just watching myself, so I'm seeing if things come through. Jaded, what is a scant SP? Is that supposed to be for quarter inch? A scant quarter inch? A scant quarter inch is not exactly a quarter inch. So, say, here is your needle. Here is your quarter inch line. If you're going to do scant, you're just going like this, just barely. It's like 2 stitches in towards the needle instead of away from the needle. So a scant quarter inch is like 2 stitches this way instead of this way. So that's a scant. Let's see. Bajorn, hi Bajorn. What did I see a Bajorn come through? I didn't see a Bajorn come through, did I? That's probably supposed to just say BJ, maybe? Okay. Here is Becca's Babes. You can add that. And Teresa, you can add a link to your, and Becca too, if you're still here, you can add links to your channel if you want in the chat, to your YouTube channel, which can go to your groups too as well. You guys know I don't mind that. Okay, Teresa says go have fun. What are you going to do all night since you can't sleep? Oh, guess what? Hey, oh, that's a big one. I've only slept 2 hours, maybe 3 total since Friday. And then when my brain gets like this, I think I told you guys, I am a real severe insomniac. Severe. That's why quilting, it helps me. I am such a severe insomniac that I can stay up longer than the world record holder. And it's not because I can't sleep or can sleep. My brain just does. And I can burst sleep in between. That's what my body naturally does sometimes. But if I contacted Guinness Book of World Records, I bet you anything they could come. I start that day so you can see I can beat the world record for lack of sleep. The world record is 13 days. I 100% can surpass that. It's an MS thing. I don't know. It's in my brain. I don't know. Something wire is messed up there because that definitely. I have problems with insomnia. So what I do is I end up smoking too much. That's my problem. And or I go for walks. Not long walks, short walks. And since I don't really know where I am in the area and it's really, 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 really dark, I don't really trust walking. So I just stay up and watch TV while CJ sleeps, which is what happened last night. Is that better sewing a 1/4 inch? Okay, no, not really. A scant 1/4 inch is for some patterns. Some patterns actually call for a scant 1/4 inch. Reason being is because the size or the measurement of point, especially on blocks that are in patterns with specific size or part points, that scant 1/4 inch is going to keep your point. So if you're making a quilt that's 100% made out of flying geese blocks, but you don't want to lose your point, connect your seams of your points with your flying geese with a scant 1/4 inch seam. That guaranteed 1/4 inches are for specific things, specific projects. But if you're sewing a whole entire quilt together, making something, I would 100% suggest using a regular 1/4 inch, because if you don't, your next piece is not going to be the same size. If you make one block all with a scant 1/4 inch and one block with a regular 1/4 inch, you're going to notice that eighth or more inch difference all the way around in your whole block size. So make sure that when you're sewing your 1/4 inch seam, that you're either sticking with your 1/4 inch. I would say not to do unless you actually have to for specific blocks. There's a specific reason for having a skinnier stitch. If your machine does not have a 1/4 inch foot to keep you at a 1/4 inch and you're kind of just eyeballing it, then it's going to be okay. Just be careful, because your next piece that gets added on, say you sewed 2 pieces together, you opened them up, but you sewed a 1/4 or a scant 1/4 inch seam, and your other piece is say 6.5 inches. Your other one, you only put a scant seam, so it's going to be bigger. So your next piece that you add onto it is going to be smaller by just a hair, and that hair is going to make a big difference when you put that next block together to that block. So it's one or the other, do it, but I would personally suggest with sewing continuously with things, stay a 1/4 inch. There's nothing really much besides specific patterns and certain angles of blocks that require a scant. So I would say stay with sewing 100% regular 1/4 inch seam. All right, where are we at? What can you, okay, I saw that. Will Off-White make nice sashing with my peach and gray churn dash blocks? I don't know, Jim. You're going to have to post so I can see. I do better with visual. Off-White goes with everything, honestly. But they're, yeah, peach and gray and Off-White. That's a good combo. I would have to see pictures. Sorry, friends. I'm just stashing, prepping fabric in my Etsy shop. That is fine, obviously. I would add it, but I kind of can't because I don't know how to do the copy paste links from the tablet. I know how to do it from the phone, not from the tablet. I don't know how that works. But yeah, if you guys are new to my channel, So Becca and Teresa Louise, they are also YouTube channels, so check them out. Let's see, brain won't shut off, I understand. Yes, I hate it. Ask my mom, she's here. When I was at her house last time for 3 days, I was awake the whole entire time, and I drove home just fine. I'm not tired at all. It's like it doesn't mess me up. I don't know, that's probably spam. Do you like boots? I wear cowgirl boots all the time. I'm a cowgirl boot person, in case that is not spam and you're just really curious. Teresa Louise, yes, be consistent. And my phone is getting a phone call. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm going to have to go, though, because I'm getting phone calls now. So, let's see. Hold on. Where are we at? What size? Beginner size, I'd say lap. If you're going to start with anything, start with a lap. Lap's always best if you're going to make a baby is actually the best, but if you don't have a baby to give the quilt to, there's no point in making it. I would say make a lap size. Beginner quilt, lap size. That way you can have it. Let's see. Start with baby quilt, all squares exactly. Do you want me to post something, Tiffany? No, I don't need anybody to post anything. Let's see. Time flies. It's good to see you. Seem feeling better. Thank you for this thing. Take care, everyone. Okay, Lisa. Paste. No, I'll do it. It's no big deal. I don't need to add it. All right, guys. Well, since there's no more questions and no more quilt talk, I'm going to get to my phone calls and stuff because they're going to come through some more. And I will see you guys, I don't know when. Like I said, I'll try to make this video of the Grand Canyon thing if I don't get to finish it all up tomorrow because they open tomorrow. So other than that, I don't know when you'll see me, but you will see me next Sunday no matter where I am or what I'm doing. And hopefully I'll be even more, I'll be back to my quilting. My hands won't be so, because I'm not doing good without having something to do, guys. So I love you all, and I thank you for joining. Bye, Mom. I know you're there. Bye, everybody else. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.